Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today I have an exciting one that I have been really excited to film ever since I got these items. I'm going to be doing a demo and review of the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics Mood Light Powder and the Accent Light Highlighting Palette. So if you're curious to hear what my opinions are on these items that I purchased with my own money and see how I use them, then just keep watching. So this is going to be the demo portion of this review. I want to show you how I use the Mood Light Powder and also a couple different ways that I use the Accent Light Highlighting Palette. So I've already done like my foundation. I did set my face already with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder Foundation. Set that down, everything's done. I don't have any blush, bronzer, or highlight, obviously, on my skin because this is kind of like an all-over powder and that's how I use it. She does claim that you could set your face with this, but however, from my testing it through the last few weeks, I've really been giving this stuff a thorough test before I wanted to do my video on it. I don't really think I would want to set my entire face with just this. I kind of like to put my powder first, set down my foundation, or sometimes I just do concealer and powder foundation, but I like to have that set and then I lightly go in with this because I have found that there are some like glittery, shimmery something in this. And I also wanted to bring up her brush that it comes, I got this as a bundle. So this is the J01 and honestly it's supposed to work with this, but I just find that this is too dense to just do like an all over the face thing. I guess if you were trying to like concentrate it maybe, I don't know, the shape of it's a little odd. I really don't know what I would really like to use this for. I guess like I said, for more like concentrated areas. But what I like to do is take this brush, which is actually from her Morphe collection. This is the J01. It is, you know, a little bit fluffier and like loose at the top, so it makes it a little bit better for like applying all over. So anyway, this is the Mood Light Luminous Powder in the shade Brighten Up. This is the second lightest shade. I was between this one and Do Me, which is the lightest, but I thought that maybe this one would be better since it's not like I'm totally just like, you know, the first shade of light when it comes to foundations. So I thought this one would be nicer, and honestly the two shades were pretty close, so I ended up just going with this one. So this is what it looks like when you open it up. The packaging is really pretty. I have to say that the packaging is definitely a selling point for me. So I'm just gonna put a little bit into the cap here. So I just put a tiny bit into the cap. I don't even know how well you'll be able to see that. And then I'm just gonna dunk my brush into it, and then I like to tap it and kind of get it coated. Get the brush coated since I am going all over the face with this. Alright, so first like what I like to do is just kind of take it on the high points of the forehead and the temples. I don't know. You know, sometimes I'm kind of back and forth on how this product looks from a distance. Like if I really look up close, I can see the shimmers. Maybe on camera it's showing up a little better. But anyway, I dip back in, kind of tap the brush, and then kind of go on the cheekbone area and then down. Because like she markets this as being able to go all over the face. It's not like a stark highlight. So I'm adding a little bit more. Same process, just kind of dip the brush like while spinning it. That way it's getting everywhere. And then high points, kind of bring it down. Then I like to also take it again, just keep dipping back in, and on the chin, nose, back on the forehead. I really like to have some of the highlighting on this area of the forehead, but I don't like to put like too much highlighter actually there, so this is kind of good, I feel, for that purpose. So I don't know how well you can really even tell a difference on camera under the lighting. I think you can kind of see it a little bit better on, you know, you can see the shine, could be the light, but up close, you know, I don't know, I'm really back and forth on this product and if I think it's really worth the price. I guess I could try to build up a little bit more, but I've already used a decent amount, and you know, I think, let me see, 10 grams of product in this. I don't really know if how that compares to other powder products, but I'm dipping back in and I'm going to try to build up the forehead a little bit. Alright. I guess you can kind of see like some highlighting on the forehead and on the cheekbone. Let me see. I do see some shine, like I do see some glow. I feel like my face does not look matte or anything, which I didn't use a matte foundation, but you know, I did use the foundation powder, so it was definitely, I feel like you can see some glow with this, which is nice. And then next, let's get into how I use this guy. Now, I was really excited about this, and it's funny because, I mean, honestly, highlighters are not like my biggest thing I go for all the time, but I thought this was really pretty, and I really wanted to see, you know, how it would work. After seeing some reviews from different people, I have the one in the shade The Flash. The other one is for like deeper skin tones. So I actually use this in a couple different ways, and I'm going to show you. That's why I don't have any mascara on, brow bone highlight, inner corner, because I really do like to use this palette on the eyes as well. Pretty much since I've gotten this, I have incorporated this into my eye routine every time. And I've had this for a few weeks now. I didn't get it when it initially launched, but, you know, like I said, I have had it for a few weeks, and I've been testing it. So first, let's use it as it's intended, as a highlighter. Now, a lot of times I do like to mix either these two shades or I'll mix these two. I don't know why I like to mix them, I guess just because they're there, so might as well. But I use my Morphe Jaclyn Hill J01 brush. This is how it looks. I use this with all my highlighters. This is the brush I use to highlight. So I think for today what I'll do is I'm going to mix, I guess maybe let's do something different. I'm gonna mix the shades Sparks with Iced. So that's this one and this one over here. I'm just gonna mix those two. So I'm trying to show you how I kind of dip into it. Take it like on the side, do that. Oh, whoops. Well, I guess I'm gonna go in with Gleam and Ice since I already dipped into it. And then Iced, and I kind of just tap off a little bit and then focus first on the high points of the cheek, and then I like to kind of drag it up this way. I don't know if that's proper protocol, but as you can, I don't know if you guys can see it. I can see it for sure in the mirror. There is definitely, it's there. It is highlighted in that area. So I really love this. I think it just sits on the skin so well. It almost seems like, you know, it's kind of like part of the skin. I can't really see where it starts and ends. Whereas sometimes with other highlighters that I use, you can totally see like it just doesn't really sink into the skin as well. So back into Gleam and Iced, and we'll do the other side. I don't know how well you guys will see that there, but you know, I can definitely see this. I feel like it is so, so pretty. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit, maybe you could see better. So there it is. It doesn't look harsh in my opinion at all. You know, I just feel like it looks really, really nice on the skin. So that is the first way. And a lot of times what I'll do is like, I'll just take my brush, not getting any more, and just kind of do like this. Do the nose, and I don't know if you guys really can see, but it definitely adds. You don't need to dip in anymore. So I'm going to show you other ways that I use this palette as well. Okay, so in regards to the eye area, like I was saying, I do use this on my eyes pretty much every single time in some capacity. So we'll start with the brow bone. I like to take this Morphe brush. It's the M213. So yeah, it's the M213. It's very, very tiny. It's perfect for the brow bone. And depending on what eye look I have going on, that kind of determines which of the four that I use. This is obviously a very brown pretty, like, it's like a darker brown. I use the Urban Decay Naked palette. So I'm probably going to say that Iced is going to be the better brow bone highlight since it is a little bit darker. And it's not pink. I don't want to use this one because this one's too pink. So I'll just dip in a little bit and then just highlight the brow bone. I think you guys can see that pretty well. I definitely see it in person. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Just gives a nice brow bone highlight. I think it looks really, really nice in that capacity. And then the other thing I like to do with it is the inner corner. I really like to do the inner corner. So I guess to switch it up, I will go ahead and use Sparks since I accidentally didn't use that when I meant to. Just take a little bit on my finger and then just go right on the inner corner. This one is definitely more yellow based. You can tell more in person. I don't know about on camera, but I think it just highlights the inner corner so well, and I love it. And then the last way that I use this palette is to kind of top on the inner portion of my lid. So just for the heck of it, let's go ahead and use that Iced shade again, that darker one. And I just take a little bit on my finger, and then I just tap it on like the inner portion. Just for fun. I don't know, I feel like it just adds a lot of like light to the eye, and it just looks really, really pretty. I really like how that ends up looking. So yes, that is how I use those two products. And as you see, I didn't really use the brush. I will get into more of my thoughts on all this stuff in the next clip. So alright, so I went ahead and just added some bronzer and mascara and finished up my makeup. That way I could go ahead and share my thoughts with you on these products and give you some information. So, this is the Jaclyn Hill Mood Light Luminous Powder in the shade Brighten Up, and it retails for $32 on its own. I ended up having to buy it in the bundle with the brush for $49 because at the time it said that this shade was not available on its own, and then kind of annoyed me because I went back on the site just to check, like, it was not that much longer after, and all of a sudden this shade was available on its own on the website, so I was kind of annoyed about that, but I did want to see how the brushes felt, so I wasn't like super upset at the fact that I have this brush. But honestly, I really don't know how often I will actually use this brush. You never know, there's lots of brushes in my collection that I didn't really use at first and now I do, so we'll see. And I do have to say I love the look of it with the silver sparkles. It is very Jaclyn Hill. And then this is the Jaclyn Hill Accent Light Highlighting Palette in the shade The Flash, and this also is $49. So I paid the same for this as I did for the powder and the brush, but like I said, you can get the Mood Light powder for $32. There is another product that she offered, and it was the Beaming Light Highlighter. Now that one I think is like $24, and it's supposed to be that like intense, extreme blinding highlight. Honestly, I had debated on whether I was going to get one of those, but when I kind of sat back and thought about it, you know, I didn't want to just buy it for the sake of buying it. I'm not super into those like blinding in-your-face highlights, so that's why I was like, you know what, let me just save the 24 bucks, really buy what I think I will actually use. And I'm really trying to get better about buying products that I think will actually suit me and suit my collection. So that is why I went with just these two. Now, I will say her shipping process was extremely fast. I'm pretty sure I placed the order at night. I forget exactly when I was doing this. I want to say it was either, I think it was sometime in December, but I placed it at night, like late at night I placed the order, and then it shipped out either the next day or the day after. Like, it was so fast, and I received it in a couple days, and that was the free shipping that came with my order. So I was very pleased with the shipping, and it came in a box. I wish I still had the box, but I threw it out. I didn't want to keep the packaging around. But it did come in with bubble wrap, and all of these things had a box. I did throw that out as well. And these two items came in a long box, but they each came in their own box. That is a little bit wasteful in my opinion. Like, if you're gonna sell it as a set, you might as well just maybe have it in one box to save that packaging. But I'm sure they just have, you know, everything individual, and then they can create the sets in their own box. I don't know exactly how their process works, but I feel like that was just a little bit of too much boxes. And then this came in its own box, and it even had like a tray that it kind of sat in that pulled out of the box, so it was really nice. It was packaged well, nothing came damaged. I received a receipt with my order. I'm mentioning that because I've watched a video or two and people didn't get their receipts, so that my box did in fact have a receipt, and there was like the packing bubble things to make, or bubble wrap to make sure nothing was damaged. So overall I was really pleased with how it came packaged. And then yeah, I mean, overall, I really do like these products. I think that this is my, like, favorite out of the two. However, I do like this. It's just, you know, I'm not 100% sure how much of a difference it really makes. I guess I do look like I'm more glowy, more glow from within, so it does do something. And I am super tempted to go and buy the lighter shade and even the next shade up from this, which I believe is Carrots, just to maybe do some, like, body bronze, like not bronzing, but it's highlighter and it's not that dark, but darker than my actual skin. But I'm just trying to really not buy in excess anymore. I really don't, I mean, this is good, and I kind of hope she makes these not limited edition. I mean, so far it seems like everything is in stock on the website. I haven't checked every single item, but the things I did check, they're still there. Seems like she has stock. She is sold in the Morphe stores, so I'm kind of wondering if she really is going to have this be limited edition. She hasn't really said, she hasn't really talked about it much lately. I kind of hope she doesn't make them limited edition, because I would like to be able to purchase more in the future when maybe this one gets a little bit lower or whatever. And it also is hard when you like fall in love with a product. Like, I absolutely love this palette. I'm tempted to get another one, and even the darker one for using it on my eyes. I don't think I'm gonna do that because it is 49 bucks, but I am really tempted, and it kind of just puts that pressure there, because what if it's gone in the future and she doesn't bring it back? And then it's kind of like, what happens if I do run out of this one day? Then I can't replace it. That's what kind of annoys me about falling in love with limited edition things. And I kind of wish she would just say, like, is it limited edition? Is it not? Because it seems like there's been stock being re-added, because like I said, this was sold out individually on the site when I bought it, but then like a few days later it was back, and there was no like restock announcement. So I don't know, I kind of wish she would just kind of address that and let us know, is it limited edition for sure, or are we gonna have it forever? I really think that these are good products. Now, I never purchased her lipsticks. I did want them, but I never purchased them because I didn't want to spend the money at the time, and they all went really fast. And I'm pretty glad I never did get them, because I'm sure all of you know, if you're watching this, all the drama that surrounded that. I'm not trying to get into that, but I did not purchase the lipstick, so this is my first Jaclyn Cosmetics purchase. I am excited to see what she comes out with in the future. So, is it worth your money? It's kind of hard to say, because like I said, it is limited edition. I do really think this is a beautiful product, and I love it, and I use both of these like every time I do my makeup pretty much. I mean, of course, sometimes when I go to work, I'm not sticking on highlight. I just do the bare minimum, but when I do put a little bit of extra effort in, I do use both of these, and I really do love them. You know, even though I'm kind of on the fence about whether this really does anything or not. But like I said, I guess looking at my skin, I do see some glow. Even on camera, it does seem like there's a good amount of glow going on, which is nice because I don't like that super matte look. So I think they are worth it if you don't really have anything like this, which I didn't have the Lancome Absolute powder. I don't have anything that is like this, so I was really intrigued by this. Of course, I do have other highlighters, but I have not been able to use any of the other ones since I bought this. I have been wanting to use this every single time, so I don't know what that says. You know, sometimes it could just be the newness, you know, but I've had this for a few weeks and I keep going back to it every time. So I guess, what does that tell you? I do love it, and I would buy another one if I were to run out of this one tomorrow. So yes, that is my overall thoughts on these items. I hope that the demo was helpful to you, and so you could see the different ways that I use it. I definitely use this as more than just a highlighting palette, so I think it is more worth the money in that case, because you can use it inner corner, brow bone, on the lid. It's eye safe, I'm pretty sure. At least I hope so. I'm pretty sure it is. I think she did say that. And I've seen other people use it on their eyes too, so it wasn't just me. But, you know, I really do like this, so I think if you guys were interested in it, you know, this would be maybe something to consider. You know, but just keep in mind that she is claiming it is limited edition. At least at the time of me filming this, it's been said that it is limited edition. So if you are not into buying things that are limited edition because they might, you know, you might not be able to get it again, then maybe, you know, sit back and really consider if you want to purchase these items. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful to you in some way, getting, you know, a consumer's perspective on these items. And I thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Did you get these? Were you interested in them at all? I'd really love to know what your thoughts were. I found it very interesting to see, you know, everyone's opinions about this launch on social media. So I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.